Inhale love and exhale laughter. Inhale love and exhale laughter. I'ma laugh to stay in my highest vibration. Laugh to stay in my highest vibration. Inhale love and exhale laughter. Inhale love and exhale laughter. I'ma laugh to stay in my highest vibration. Laugh to stay in my highest vibration. Inhale love, inhale love, inhale vibration. Exhale laughter.
Okay. Love and laughter, Laughastè. How y'all healing? How y'all feeling? I trust all is well. You already know that today's a great day to have a great goddamn day. Today's a really great day to stay in tune with your star player and to rock with yourself the long way and the strong way at Laughastè. I'm letting y'all know right now I'm recording my HEALariously podcast, so I won't be directly interacting or answering questions, but y'all will be able to watch it live with me. It's going to be about 35, 40 minutes, no longer. So you are here to watch the HEALariously podcast, Laughastè-coded edition being recorded. I give thanks. If you want to save any questions to the end, I will answer some. But right now, I'm about to go ahead and get started. I'm about to lubricate my throat chakra, hydration, because that's so important. Intentionally sipping. And some mango juice. You already know, freshly cold pressed out here. Intentionally sipping. Hydration is so important. But anyway, I'm about to go ahead and get started. Oowee, let me Laughastè, because even the most blissful life can be stressful. Welcome to the HEALariously podcast with me, Melanin B, your favorite multidimensional edutainer and certified somatic laugh yogi. It's about to be another hilariously healing high vibrational episode. And this is a Laughastè-coded episode. So if you are used to me giving you that righteous, raw, ratchet, authentic, hilarious vernacular with the raw language and the chakra needs, that will always be present, honey, because it's within me, not on me. However, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the scientific benefits of laughter and how humor is healing for our mental health. I'm going to be tapping into a different vibrational frequency within me, but still authentically. You already know, Melanin B. So, yes, I'm so excited to have y'all here. This episode, another hilarious request. I invite those who are listening and receiving this message, whether you are watching it on YouTube. If you are, please make sure that you have subscribed, laugh, like, comment, share. Let me know you were there. If you are listening on Spotify, which I would love for you to become a Spotify, a follower, subscriber, a notification is on, please. You can comment anything that I say on the podcast that interests you. If I ask a question and you feel called to, please go ahead and drop those answers in the comment section. I will respond. I love interacting and engaging with my hilarious Laughastè family. I appreciate you. So, okay, let's go ahead and quantum leap right into it. Because this episode I'm really excited about. This is very original, very innovative. This is very, very much a divinely guided download. But it's not an invention. I didn't invent anything. What I've done is put the science behind something. I've made a classic cultural statement, a saying, a modality. And I'm so excited about that. Oowee. Because I got to put the respect on Oowee and how it's been out here for many lifetimes. Oowee is not nothing that I made up. But it is something that I was like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and think about, Oowee and how it has had such a significant impact on, the Black culture, on the melanated culture, and how we use it already in so many different timelines and so many different ways. We took the saying and made it multidimensional. You know how we do. You know how we shape and mold the culture. We are the culture. So, when you think about Oowee and how it's said, when I visualize Oowee, I can see Big Mama standing in the kitchen, her sister come in with her sister kids come in and she looking at them like, Oowee, they getting so big. You identifying something positive, Oowee being played at the spades tables, they slamming the cars on the table, running the wheels, you understand, those type of Oowee moments. Then you have, let's change the perspective. Oowee can also be a moment where sadness or feeling overwhelmed or stress, identifying a crisis, that bill come and, you see that letter with the, what was it used to be, like a red letter or something, green, it was one of those slips from the people, you can see Big Mama saying, "Oowee." Then she'll follow up with like, what, child? "Oowee, child." See, classic, that's distress. And something going on, your uncle's out there fighting. "Oowee, if y'all don't go sit down somewhere," see how it's the same saying, but it has different meanings, different vibrations, different perspective, different ways of saying it, so it's very classic. But what I've done is just put the science behind it. So that's what we are here to talk about, "Oowee." Because I know y'all hear me say it a lot. "Oowee, let me laugh a stay," because even the most blissful life can be stressful. But now let me check in on my notes chakras, because I most definitely had to make sure that I got me some notes together, honey, so I can make sure that I'm in alignment. Because I have a lot to say about Oowee. It really means a lot to me that I get these downloads and being able to bring levity into spaces and places where it's really needed. And speaking of bringing levity and laughter and joy, we're going to go ahead and set the tone, on this Laughastè-coded episode before we officially quantum leap into the podcast even further with the hilarious exercise. Inhale love, exhale laughter, and then we're going to follow up with a Laughastè asana. I'm really in my blissful, stress today. I'm feeling really amazing. I have a great outlet. My perspective is very positive. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the high five. We're gonna inhale love, exhale laughter, and then amongst the exhalation, we're gonna do the high five laugh. So let's go ahead and we can do that together. I have my HEALarious live family watching as well. So let's go ahead and tap in. We're gonna breathe in deeply through our nostrils, filling up our lungs, allowing our bellies to expand, holding for 3 seconds while smiling, visualizing things that bring us bliss. And now let's exhale and high five laugh. Very celebratory. Yes, because that's a great way to trigger the reward center in your brain with the dopamine, because I'm rewarding myself. Oowee. Because I'm identifying eustress that I'm feeling right now. I'm very blissful. I have a lot of high arousal energy. So I want to make sure that I am riding the wave and not letting the wave ride me. Because it can be, I'm recording a podcast. I love what I'm doing, but I got a camera right here, a camera right here. I got my laptop right here. I want to make sure that I'm following the notes that I just wrote. So let me go ahead and check in on that. See what I'm saying? I got to make sure that I'm in alignment, because I just wrote some new notes. Now let me make sure that I got them where I need them. So we are all in alignment. Did I update my new notes correctly? Honey, because nope, this ain't even it. No, that's hilarious. I don't know where it went. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh, we got 30 people in here, and I got to take a little pause for the call. So I'm going to call y'all. Just give me 1 second as I quantum leap into these Babylonian streets. Oh, it ain't even over here. It's on my other cell phone chakra. It is on the other one, so I can't even really tap in, friend. Did I send it here? Did I tap in? See what I'm talking about? Blissfully stressful. Let me go ahead and just relax. I remember it by heart, but I just really want to focus on my organizational skills. Maybe this is just giving me the proper opportunity. That says 56 minutes ago. I didn't do it 56 minutes ago. When did I just do it? That's hilarious. Well, that's how I go. Whatever. Let me just stand in line with myself. This is a Oowee moment right now. See how that's happening? Oowee. Because I do feel slightly some type of way. I ain't even going type of way, Cat. But I know that you lived authority. This is how the universe has been divinely guided testing me, so I can practice what I preach. So let me inhale love and laugh and release. The need to control something that's already in place. It's nothing wrong. I just wanted to have my structure in place. But anyway, so now that we know, about the classical saying and how I'm making it current by putting the science, behind it, what is Oowee? What is Oowee and how is it sound so powerful? Well, it's actually, Oowee, let me Laughastè. So when you say Oowee, let me Laughastè, you're actually saying a somatic anchor. It's a buffering tool. It's neural spicy because it taps into the neural plasticity of your brain. It's a neural interrupt because you are acknowledging the situation, the charge that's taking place in your body. So it's helping you to acknowledge the situation. The ooh, because that ooh is you gathering the situation, identifying the situation. And when you say we, that's you releasing the tension of the situation. So when you are saying ooh, that's you acknowledging the state of the situation. And then the we is you regulating the situation. And then the Laughastè is you allowing yourself permission to integrate, which is going to be a smile, or over here we'd like to utilize either like the Laughastè spray or a Laughastè asana to assist you to regulate and be present in the situation that is taking place, honey. Yes. So let me say it one more time because I know I listen. I don't know what I had just sat down. I was so excited. I'm still excited. But yes, anyway, so as I was saying, it really does. Look at me right now. This is so hilarious. I feel like I'm being put on spot by the YOUniverse. I really feel like I'm being put on the spot by the YOUniverse. It's really giving me the opportunity to practice what I preach. And I really have to stand in that power and stand in, my Oowee moment. And it is very hilarious in the way my body feels. It's already getting flustered. I'm not even going to lie. So it's about me now letting my body know it's okay. This is not a threat. I know how to talk about it. I've been studying it. It's something that I actually decided to do. I'm not overwhelmed. I give thanks for the opportunity. And as I'm literally just talking myself through it because I've already, hit the Oowee and I identified it and I've laughed. So my body is shifting, into a parasympathetic state where I don't feel like I'm in fight or flight or me not having my notes is a threat. I'm still blissfully in the situation and riding the wave, honey, because I am the ocean. And no, you got to stay in motion and you can't get in your emotions because that's how you can also turn your eustress into distress. And that takes me into the next part of Oowee, let me Laughastè. And after that, I say, because even the most blissful life can be stressful. And what I mean by the most blissful life being stressful, being blissful can be overstimulating at times. It can be overstimulating at times. It can make you feel overwhelmed, and you can begin to self-sabotage yourself when you become blissfully stressful. When you self-sabotage, it's not you doing it intentionally, it's subconsciously and biologically. So you not even trying to do it, it's happening subconsciously. So that's when you utilize the Oowee to assist you to identify the threat that's happening within your nervous system, but you're perceiving it as an opportunity to do something that you love. A new job, a bonus, a raise, a sudden increase in your financial stability. All of that can be considered a certain threat because your nervous system only operates within, memory of certain things within your life. So that sudden change is considered a threat to your nervous system. It's biologically happening. So you're not intentionally trying to self-sabotage yourself. So this is when you got to show yourself some grace too. And you can utilize the Oowee for yourself, like Oowee, because you can acknowledge when your body is feeling overwhelmed in that moment. Your heart start to race, your palms can feel sweaty. So that's when you utilize the opportunity. Oowee, let me Laughastè. And it's also about how you utilize the Oowee. And when I'm utilizing it to maintain my eustress so it won't turn into dysregulated stress, I like to say, Oowee, I ride the wave of bringing joy into it and putting a smile on my face when I say the we, because this is all sending neural pathways to your brain. to let you know, like, okay, threat is, you know what I'm saying, is no threat. Shut it down. She's happy, she's giddy, she's joyful. It's intentional. We receive. So let's inhale love, laugh, and release. It helps you to internally calm down so you can be present in the presence that's being presented to you, because it can happen. It happens to a lot of us. I know it happens to me a lot. I'm not even going to lie. I personally identify, with eustress turning into distress, dysregulating, because my body perceives it as a potential threat, because it sometimes require a lot out of me that I've never done before. So that also is foreign to your body. That's when you have to tell your body and regulate and get into your agency and say, let me. That's your agency. That's like, ooh, let me. So Oowee, let me Laughastè can be utilized, for eustress and for distress. And I know I didn't talk about distress that much, and I'm not trying to skip over distress, but I feel as if we've talked about distress a lot. We know a lot about distress, but just for the sake, because we want to give it the opportunity to learn how to utilize Oowee in that moment as well, because it's very important. It's very important. And you had to hydrate. So, because when it comes to distress, it's still about maintaining your pilot position, about staying in the seat of the pilot so your perspective can be one of clarity, focus, so you can feel grounded enough to make an executive decision to have your next move be your best move. This is all prefrontal cortex part of the brain that we're dealing with right now, how you're perceiving what's immediately right in front of you. So if you're immediately perceiving right in front of you as a potential threat, that's when you can spiral out of control. So when you utilize Oowee, amongst the appraisal of stress, it helps to alleviate the stress response, for one, which decreases the cortisol levels in your body, which is so important. That cortisol drop is very important initially to help you feel safe in that moment to make an executive decision, like Oowee. And that's why I keep my Laughastè spray on deck, not just because I'm trying to have people purchase it or put it out here, as a trending tool just to be spraying for the sake of spraying. No, but this also triggers parts of your brain, the limbic part of your brain, which governs emotion and memory. So when you utilize it for a sense of safety, your brain remembers that. It remembers the scent. So it's a scent of safety, and it helps you to feel grounded because it helps to calm your overstimulated senses. It's a sensory tool. So when, I am feeling, distressed, and I'm feeling overwhelmed by the situation that could be taking place in my life, I Laughastè and I spray. Oowee. Let me Laughastè and I spray. This is how I integrate, because you got to integrate everything that you do. You want to embody it so you can have it last. That's the longevity of it. And even if I'm, back to eustress, because I feel a lot of us, have a lot of our distress come from eustress. We have a good opportunity, we have momentum going, but then somehow subconsciously we we self-sabotage. So I like to utilize it as well, my Laughastè spray, to assist me to calm, my overactive senses when I began to feel overstimulated by a blissful opportunity, because or even if I feel like I've taken on something that I can't do, and I have to just remind myself, it's only feeling like that because you haven't done it yet. That's how you do something new, is by doing it first. So instead of me talking myself out of doing something that I know I need to do, I laugh my way into it. I Laughastè and spray my way into the situation. Oowee. Let me Laughastè and spray. Then that's when I also initiate a Laughastè asana, which is so important. And that's when I will utilize the Laughastè liberation to literally laugh and discharge and release anything that is making me feel stuck and stagnant in that situation. And that comes from a lot of stagnant trauma and cortisol stagnation in your body that's been stored in your memory, and it takes every situation that you have not actually moved out of your body, and it operates on that stored memory. So Laughastè and spray. Honey, Oowee. Let me Laughastè, because even the most blissful life, it really can be stressful. And I'm not trying to, talk about stress like we want to be out here living a stressful life. It's your body doesn't know the difference between the positive adrenaline, where you are excited about a roller coaster ride. You're excited about planning a wedding. You're excited about the new promotion at work that's going to require more work out of you, but you're going to be getting more money. You've been working hard to get this promotion. You're excited about this, but your body is like, oh my God, more work. That's what it's just. It feels, your subconscious, your subconscious feelings about what was about to take place in your life. So you just got to just calm your body. That's when you utilize Oowee, let me Laughastè. It's so important to regulate, to create that capacity so you can be in alignment with what it is you're manifesting, being present in the present is being presented to you. Yes, honey. Let me check in on my nose chakras. Make sure I'm in alignment. But yeah, Oowee, I really would love for the collective to really start utilizing it and being more mindful of our Oowee moments. And when we, have a Oowee moment, let's tap into the agency of let me let me Laughastè. And whatever you need to do after you Laughastè, whether if you already have your Laughastè spray or you want to just initiate a Laughastè asana to assist, you to activate the stress response, to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, whatever you need to do in that moment to maintain your pilot position of your positive perspective so you won't spiral out of control or you won't explode from being overstimulated by the situation. So Oowee, that classic current cultural, contribution to the culture is out here making a scientific comeback by me, Melanin B. And I am so grateful to be the bestower upon the collective with this high vibrational, hilarious energy. We're not, always about learning something new. It could be about elevating a classic. It could be about taking something that you already been saying and just being more intentional about it. And that's how we healing over here, honey. Healing in the house. You know how we always be healing in the house, because that's what we healing in the house and healing in the house within your internal environment. This body houses your soul. It houses, your organs. So how are you healing in the house internally? Oowee. Let me hydrate. Let me lubricate my throat chakra. So like I said, this is a Laughastè-coded episode where we are learning about, some of the Laughastè infrastructure, because Laughastè is not just only Laughastè yoga. Laughastè is a somatic laughter infrastructure. It's a framework. And within that framework, we have Laughastè yoga. We have the Oowee method. We have Laughastè out loud. We have the sprays. We have a song, Laughastè. So it's a whole infrastructure that can assist you because it's a portable. I want people to have, convenience, being able to take it wherever you need to, because life happens on the go. It's not about, not being able to utilize things in real time. And then, because that's how it gets stored in your body. Immediately upon arrival. Y'all know how we say over here, immediately upon arrival. I applied, honey. Immediately upon arrival. Oowee. Let me Laughastè. Honey, and then, and integrate in whichever way may be needed to assist me in that moment so I can Laughastè within my joyful vibration, because joy is a vibration. It's not a mood. Stop, treating joy as a mood. You can't lower the vibration of joy, but you are not allowing yourself to be present in the vibration of joy and how it can assist you to vibrate higher. When you start taking joy around as a mood, you done turn joy into a third dimensional earthly feeling. And that's not how we healing. So, sometimes, the Oowee it helps you to identify. It helps you stay for me, it has helped me to hold myself accountable for certain things as well. Because like when I have moments when I know I'm self-sabotaging myself in ways that's not even just subconscious. Let's be honest. Let's not spiritually bypass as well. So even if you find yourself spiritually bypassing or trying to, even trick the universe or things like that, hit that Oowee. Let me Laughastè, because it's helping you to identify in places in your life where you can level up as well without being so hard on yourself and being down on yourself. You players mess up. This is an earthly journey. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to show up and be of service. You're here to be in purpose. You're here to be the best version of yourself. To always, thrive to be the best version of yourself. But on that road of doing so every day, don't just try to be perfect. Just try to be the perfect version of yourself. But when you find yourself in hindering habits that hold you back, that's when you hit the oowee. Let me Laughastè at myself, respectfully speaking. Ooh, I almost, was being a weapon formed against me that was not going to allow me to prosper. That's when you hug and heal. That's when you go into that hug and heal. Show yourself some love, but then take radical action within that opportunity, that charge that you just seen, that trigger. Make sure that your next move is going to be your best move. That's when we go into other hilarious modalities. Do you release? If you got I don't even have it in proximity. I know I'm out of divine alignment. I don't even have my respectfully speaking guide in my proximity. Oowee, but it's in me, not on me. But that's when you put that respect, on your acknowledgement, on your oowee. Don't just keep saying oowee and then ignoring. That's how it also stays stored in your body. That oowee is help you to identify even where you may need to in your own life. Stop causing yourself internal stress. Don't be out here stuck and stagnant, wondering why you ain't growing and flowing, and you holding yourself back and hindering yourself by being complacent in places that you really are wanting to grow from, but you are biologically, fear. Because fear, it's something, I don't even like using the word fear, but sometimes that fear of change is biological. And when you become aware of that, you have to be very proactive. That's why you don't even utilize the oowee amongst the crisis. You just properly prepare. I sometimes I just stay in my oowee. I'll be ready for a oowee because I know I'm always leveling up in life. And I know the universe is always going to give me opportunities to do so. Just like in the beginning of this Hilariously Well podcast episode, I don't even have my note chakras. I'm probably not even saying everything that I really wanted to say in the divine order that I wanted to say it. But I know what I'm saying is need to be said. And it's getting done. That's really all that matters. So I could have got up, looked on that camera, turned it off. I could have created a whole different timeline for myself. But I just stayed in my oowee and I rode the wave of joy. Because I would have been treating joy as a mood, not a vibration. I would have took myself out of the vibration when I had to turn my camera off. I already got the lightings and things set. It would have just been doing too much. Just stay present. But what I am going to do, I'm going to keep it real. When I get done with recording this Hilariously Well podcast episode with Laughastè-coded, the science behind the oowee, the classic current cultural contribution, elevated by me, Melanin B, what I am going to do is get my notes together. And for the bonus episode that I will be putting on my Patreon, yes, I will be recording that. It's going to be probably about like 10 minutes and I'm going to put it there. See how I can look at the universe, honey. What the mom said on Friday, you better make it work. This ain't enough. Make it enough. Make it enough. You understand? Let me intentionally sip on that. Let me hydrate. So if you are tapped into the hilarious Patreon, which is called the Hilarious House of Laughastè, honey, the Hilarious House of Laughastè, you are going to receive the bonus episode on the Laughastè-coded tier, because it's different. When you get into the house, you will see, when you come to the house of Hilarious House of Laughastè, you see how we healing over there. But yes, I just wanted to make sure that I tapped into everything. Now let me check my nose chakras, because I'm getting a little bit in my Leo energy. I ain't even really checked in, friend. I'm just feeling like I'm flowing and growing. You already know how we be healing. Laughastè, we over here tapped in. How y'all healing over here live on the Hilariously Well podcast? Y'all tapped in, friends. Let me just make sure that, yeah. So, we want to stay regulated during distress. We want to stay grounded during eustress. Because when you are joyful, like I like to say this too as well. When you are joyful, I'm a unicorn. I'm a butterfly. I am. But I always make sure my elephant roots are connected. I stay grounded. And while I'm out here flying, because I'm multidimensional. So, even though I'm all the way in the sky flying with my, unicorn self, butterfly wings, I still have elephant trunks that keep me grounded. So I won't turn my eustress into distress. Yes, honey, because that prefrontal cortex engagement is important, because how you perceive things immediately upon arrival is how your body is going to take it. So you got to let your body know it's not a threat. You got to tell your body, relax and align. It's so important. And laughter helps you do that. Laughter is so powerful. Laughter is the most quickest and effective way to shift the gears from sympathetic, fight or flight, that part of the nervous system where you are feeling, ready for whatever. Fight or flight, you're ready to take off. You're ready to, it's hostile. And immediately when you start to laugh, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and also connects the vagal, your vagal tone. And I'm going to talk about that in another episode about building up your vagal tone is so important because your vagus nerve is one of the biggest nerves in your body from your throat down into your gut. I have a lot we're going to laugh about in regards to the Laughastè-coded Hilariously Woke episodes because it's the season. It's the time. We've been told laughter is the best medicine, but why ain't nobody never really taught us that? Why is this not a curriculum? In 2026, it's still not a curriculum. It's still not being taught anywhere. So here, me, Melanin B, your favorite, multidimensional edutainer and certified somatic laugh yogi, I will be doing it at the Hilarious House of Laughastè, the Hilarious Patreon, your safe, sacred space to find humor in your healing and learn how to laugh your best life, but utilizing laughter as a modality, tapping in for chakra, quantum leap. It's your safe space, to really get your giggle on. It's so important. Laughter is really healing for your lineage. It's really how we really out here regulating our nervous system. Not even just trying to keep doing these hard resets, these quick fixes. It's about building capacity. Because I will say this, and I'm going to wrap it up like a universal condom because it's getting long-winded in my throat chakra. But, melanated people, black folk, our nervous system capacity is our window of tolerance is very big already. As they've only got a melanated woman, my window of tolerance to endure certain stress is already very big. What we need to be doing as black people is discharging, is releasing, because we're full to capacity. We have had to take on so much, many, many lifetimes. It's ancestrally full within. You understand? So the best thing that we can do for ourselves right now is to discharge, to Laughastè and release and let things go. Because we have a lot more to still go on this journey. Discharge, release, move that stuck, stagnant energy in your body. Our ancestors been stressed, blissfully, distressed, all of that. So here we are being aware, having safe spaces, the knowledge, the power, and the tools to do so. It is time to release with peace. That's what I feel. And I have a whole episode dedicated just to that. How we, because I see a lot of nervous system regulation classes, nervous system resets, which I'm not against at all, but I want to keep seeing more spaces with people of color, black, melanated people teaching these classes because it's easier, I feel, and more biologically received well when it's somebody that's teaching it who have experienced certain threats that you have. It's just like when we go to the doctor, when we talk about our blood pressure and the systolic and the diastolic numbers, how do y'all even know what a resting number for a black person is if y'all never perceive certain threats that we have, which our numbers is always going to be different and numbers never lie. So I want to see more of us taking up more space and abundance in regards to nervous system healing for the lineage, for our generational trauma that we out here breaking, because we're not cursed, we're traumatized, and it's stored in our memory, in our body, and we are now choosing to have many modalities to assist, and I'm here to bestow one, and that's of laughter. Oowee. Let me Laughastè, because even the most blissful life can be stressful. And on that note, honey, we about to wrap it up like a universal condom. It's been real hilariously healing. I'm so grateful and thank y'all to have y'all in the safe space of the Hilariously Woke podcast. Like I said again, please, I invite you to comment, engage, laugh, like, comment, all of that. Share, let me know you were there. When you see it on the social media chakras, please engage. You could put it to your story. Let me know how you was healing, how you was feeling, how you received it. And also the Laughastè spray, yes, it is available on the website chakra, laughastè.com, and also melaninb.com as well. It's quantum leaping in all timelines existing. It is a sensory somatic tool to assist you balancing a bottle. And yes, I give thanks. The raw language reference guide, respectfully speaking, is also available to the collective to utilize as a modality to assist. I love y'all. I laugh y'all. I appreciate y'all, but I'm going to call y'all back. Laughastè.